boys and girls, it's Miss E, and are you ready to make some cartoons? We're going to be making this project that you see here. This was done by a student a few years back. She let me keep it for examples, and it came out so cute. We're going to be working a little bit smaller. This was another one that was done here. We're going to be working a little smaller than these because the paper that you guys have gotten in your materials pack with some of your other art supplies is 9 by 12. So this is the paper we're going to be using. I suggest if you are not comfortable drawing and you feel like you want to practice first, don't use the paper because you only got 10 sheets. So we need to save some of that for other projects that we're going to be doing. So if you have extra, like a sketchbook or practice paper or even the back of a worksheet or something that you don't need anymore, practice first with me and then go ahead and do your final one when you think you are comfortable with it. Okay, so let's get started. We are going to be making cartoon self-portraits, which means that we need to make them kind of funny because that's the whole point of a cartoon, is to make them funny. So the way that we're making them funny is we are exaggerating the size of the head. The head is just way too big for the little bodies that you see here. So when we draw and we start on here, the first thing that we're going to draw is that size of the head. So we're going to have our paper going vertically up and down like this, and your head is going to fill from up here to more than halfway down your page. So I'm talking from here to here is how big your head is going to be. So it's going to be giant. You can do it more of an oval if you want, or it can be more rounded. It really is your preference. I kind of like them when they're kind of like nice and big and round. So I'm going to do a great big round head. And you'll notice that I'm kind of drawing lightly because if I do make a mistake, I can erase it away and I'm not stuck with that big dark line. Once you have it, then you can go back in and kind of pencil it in a little bit darker. All right, so then once you have your head, then we are going to go in and do the body. Now, the body is it's you. So you could have yourself playing baseball. You could have yourself, if you're a ballerina, you could be a dancer. You could be working in a garden or whatever it is that you like to do. I'm the art teacher, so I'm going to be wearing my art smock, holding my paintbrushes. So I'm going to start by making 2 little lines for my neck. And then when you think about body shapes, I want you to think about what shapes. So your torso is usually like a rectangle. Legs are rectangles. Arms are rectangles. And I know this kind of looks like gingerbread man right now, but it's a good place to start. And then as you add things, clothing on top of it, it's going to start taking shape. So when I start adding on my scrunched up sleeves, and then I add on my art smock on top of this, you're going to start to see where it doesn't quite look as strange and boxy as it did when it first started. As far as hands and things go, you can do, just give yourself 4 fingers if you only want 4 fingers. It's a cartoon, so you can have a little fun with these things. I'm going to hold my paintbrushes in my hand. A couple more paintbrushes. And then my pants. And don't forget your feet. So everything is just sort of in block shapes. Okay? So that's body. I'm going to keep that pretty simple for now. I can always go back and add to that. So now for the face. There's some sheets that I put attached on. You can find them on that whiteboard. There's a little link to them. There's different eyes, there's different mouths, there's different noses, If you find some that you like, you want to use them. If you want to use your own special kind that you like to draw, that's perfectly fine too. I'm going to do my eyes pretty big, and I kind of like the eyes that are big and round, so I'm going to do, it's kind of like backwards letter C, and then the matching C on that side, and then the line kind of goes through this way, and then this becomes sort of like the little eyelashes. You can do the eyes however you want to. Inside of the eyes here, but really use that feature sheet because it really is helpful. I'm going to do a tiny little nose, and then let's do a mouth. I'll do a smiling mouth because I'm happy. I'm happy to be with you guys today. And then you could do rosy cheeks and then hair. So I'm going to make my hair. Think about hair. This is one thing about cartoons. We're going to be coloring these in with markers. So when you do this, you always want to think in terms of shapes. Like I always say, when you're doing hair, you never want to do something like this. Oh, I have long hair, and then you just start drawing all these lines, sort of like that. That's a no-no, because how are you going to color that in? There's no shape to color that in. There's too many lines. You never want to color it, unless we're doing a pencil drawing and not coloring it. You never want to color that much in with your pencil. So think about it as a shape. So let's say that I have my hair in a ponytail. So here is my ponytail shape. It's going to go behind there and kind of come this way. And I can add a few lines in to kind of show you the way that the hair is kind of moving, but you never want to just draw all that hair. If you look back at this one, she did a really nice job with the way she did the hair, because it's just in these blocks of shape, and then she did sort of different lines, and she even created a pattern with it. If you're a boy, you guys kind of got it a little bit easier. You got very simple. He just did little spiky hair. So either way, nice big. I love that mouth, all those teeth. So things can be this simple. Same thing with the bodies. Look at how simple that they did the body here. Really simple. Same thing with hers. And she's walking her little dog, so she added some extra things. She put a background in. He just did a horizon line, so you've got sky and ground behind him. You don't have to think too much about the backgrounds unless you want to. It does make it, I do want you to at least put a line in so you can kind of see that I'm standing on ground there. So once you get your pencil line drawing done, we are going to stop here today. That's kind of a lot of work. We only have 30 minutes together, so I don't want to give you too much today. Try and finish as much as you can. If you're having any troubles, please let me know. Do not outline, do not start coloring. Please wait until next week, because we're going to talk about how we're going to be coloring these. And there will be a whole lesson about that, so I don't want you to go ahead. Just finish your pencil drawing, and then keep it somewhere safe. Don't lose it, because then you have to start all over again. You don't want to have to do that. So if you have a folder somewhere you can keep it, where you know it's not going to get wrinkled or lost, keep it somewhere safe. And then I will see you next time, and we'll start adding some color to these. I hope you guys have a lot of fun. If you have questions, comments, you can message me through Google Classroom or email me. I will respond as soon as I can. So have fun, and I can't wait to see your cartoons. Bye, guys.